Hey everybody, my name is insaneintherainmusic, and I have some big news to share with all of you today. This has been a long time in the works, but I'm so happy to finally announce that my first ever complete original video game soundtrack is now released. I've had the pleasure of working with my good friend Shady Cicada to compose the soundtrack for the video game Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. It's a visual novel game inspired by the likes of Ace Attorney, but set in a magical world with elements of D&D and magic. In the game, you play as Tyrion Cuthbert, who is a defense attorney who practices law in the world of fantasy and wizards. You defend clients accused of committing various crimes using magic, and use the rules of magic to prove them innocent, all the while exposing some of the corruption coming from the nobles in society. So if you've played Ace Attorney or any other visual novel type of game, I think this game will be right up your alley, and if not, I hope you might pick it up because Shady and I wrote the music for it. The OST is 35 tracks long and contains all the music used in the game, with the exception of one or two pieces of licensed music that we left in from the early builds just because we liked the music so much, and it's all composed by myself and Shady Cicada. For my work with Shady, we had a pretty interesting collaboration process where he would write and compose a song using his own sounds and his own instruments, and then he would pass it to me, and I would actually be able to record a lot of things live for him. For example, he would send me a part that had a MIDI piano, and I would be able to record my real piano or real saxophone and put that in his track. So all of his tracks have my production and have my instrumentation, so you can hear me on every track in this album. The OST has a huge stylistic range, and while most of you probably know me for my jazz is only a small part of this soundtrack. There's a couple of tunes that I would say definitely fall under the label of jazz, but the majority of the soundtrack is jazz combined with orchestral music, some straight orchestral music, there's some symphonic metal that Shady put together, and then just a lot of other fun genre stuff that got mixed in. So it's got a wide variety of stuff, not just jazz, not just rock, a lot of things in between. The soundtrack makes heavy use of motifs and reused themes, which is one of my favorite things in video game music, and I really hope that as you listen to the soundtrack, you pick up on these themes and hear how they transform and are used in the context of different characters and different situations. The full OST is available today on Bandcamp. It'll be available on Steam within the next week or two from release. We ran into an error doing that, so it's going to be a little delayed, but you can listen to it on Bandcamp. It should be coming to Spotify and other streaming platforms very soon, which is super exciting. For me, this project has been really special. I actually started working on this project in 2021, which was before I stopped making video game music covers on this channel. This project was one of the main things that inspired me to try my hand at composing my own video game music, and it showed me that the world of composing, the world of not just working with other people's music, but making my very own and contributing to this art form was something that I really, really wanted to do. And it's so cool that 2 years of work later, here we are with the finished soundtrack. It's so cool, and it's just so awesome to be able to see all this music together in one place. And I hope it's the first of many soundtracks that I got the opportunity to compose and work on. I've really enjoyed this process, and I would love to do more of it for different types of games and different styles. So your support for this game and this soundtrack would mean a lot to me because it's really my first big video game music soundtrack that I'm releasing by myself. So I would really appreciate it. So enjoy the game on Steam. It's really fun. There were times I cried during playtesting. I got chills and audible, jaw-dropping moments. So I hope you get to experience those as well. And you can also listen to the soundtrack separately from the game. I'll also be uploading some performance videos of songs from the soundtrack on this channel as well. That's been something I've been looking forward to doing for years now, is being able to make videos of these songs and share what it looks like to compose and perform a song for a video game. That's just really cool. I won't be doing performance videos for all the songs, but I will keep the ones that I upload to YouTube spoiler-free. That's something that I know many of us, myself included, are pretty careful about, is not getting spoiled on video game music because game music is just that great. So the songs that I post here on YouTube will not have any spoilers, and you can enjoy them at your own pace. So thanks so much for your support. Please enjoy the game. Last thing, I just have to acknowledge how wild this journey has been, starting from covering video game music on my piano and saxophone in 2012 to now, here I am writing my own video game music and releasing a game that has my music in it. So that's really cool. Thank you all for your support and believing me for this whole time, and enjoy the music and enjoy the game. Thank you.